Welcome to the AfroCentric Woman, where our mission is to inspire Black women to heal core wounds and embrace a luxurious and abundant lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. Let's talk, sis.
Hello, lovelies. Today I want to talk about toxic codependence, and the prime example of a toxic codependent is Miss Tamika Tiny Harris. So if you all have been following what's going on with the latest shenanigans with her and her man, they are being investigated, or at least there is a lawyer representing women who say they have been abused by the both of them and drugged by the both of them and whatnot. So, you know, they're all allegations at this point in time, so we'll have to see how everything unfolds. But I mean, we all know, I mean, T.I.'s even admitted that he's a narcissist. He knows he is, and he's a raging narcissist. He's just, you know, you're just a typical garden variety narcissist. I mean, what can I say? And she's his toxic codependent. You guys know, there were two things that helped me understand that Tiny is really toxic. The first thing was years ago when T.I. was cheating on her. T.I. was cheating on her, and she filed for a divorce. Now, I think that the infidelities are a part of, you know, their arrangement. Or I guess they wouldn't be infidelities if she knows about them. I guess I wouldn't call it swinging, but polyamory maybe. Well, there's no love there, so I'm not going to say polyamory. Multiple partners, I guess. Multiple partners. Let's just say that for now. And so I think that as long as she knows about it, it's okay. But he has had whole relationships that she doesn't know about. And I think that's what really irritates her. And I think that also when he spends a lot of money on the women, that gets her more than the sex. And I've noticed that, but we can have another video about that. Like, women be really worried about the money more so than the actual relationship. Like, they want to know, how much money did my man spend on you? But anyway, we could talk about that later. But Bernice Burgos, big freaking deal, because he has spent a lot of money on this female. I think redone and bags and trips and rent. You know, Bernice got a lot of money out of T.I. and had a whole relationship with this woman. You know, had a whole full-blown relationship with this woman. And Tiny ended up filing for divorce. She came on Wendy Williams crying tattoo. Well, she wasn't crying tattoo tears. She was just, you know, upset and so hurt and this and this and that. And she moved out. How many times has she done moved out that house? And this and that. But, you know, women were really rallying behind Tiny during this time, you know, calling Bernice Burgos everything but a child of God, and really, really going in on Bernice, and really supporting Tiny and supporting her through filing this divorce. And I don't know if it was Wendy. I'd have to go back and look at that video. It's been a few years now. But basically, they were like, well, why are you filing divorce, and what are you hoping to, you know, get you? And she basically was like, well, I just want to get him to wake up and stop doing what he's doing. And I knew she was petty and toxic. In that moment, I knew that Tiny was petty and toxic as F. Because divorce is a serious matter. And you should not get a divorce to get attention. But she's attention seeking, you know. And then, so I knew then, I'm like, this girl, she's on one. She's really toxic. She had no intention of following through with that divorce. None. She just did it to get attention. So I was like, that's super toxic. And then the next thing that I knew that just kind of solidified for me was when she got her eyes done. This lady risked blindness to get attention from her man and from whoever else. risked blindness when she changed her eyes from dark brown to, I think they're like a gray color or something, and got some experimental, what do you call it? An experimental surgery, I think in Morocco or something, or I don't know, somewhere in that region, I think North Africa or Middle East, went and got this procedure. And it's just, why? For attention? Why couldn't you just put contacts in and call it a day and keep your sight? So somebody who's really willing to risk their sight to be somehow unique or different, to me, makes me think that you have a low self-esteem. You're willing to risk your sight for attention. I just knew she was toxic, because she even influenced her young daughter to do it too, but at least the daughter had the common sense of a bird to get it out her eyes, and try to salvage her sight. But her mama don't even have the sense that she had. She more mature than her mama, So I knew then. I don't know how this thing is going to play out with these investigations, because I do think that sometimes some truth can get mixed with lies, and that when there's alcohol and drugs involved, it's hard to try those kinds of cases. And who knows if, I think they're trying to see who will pick it up. Will it be a federal offense, since they are traveling from state to state, engaging in these alleged acts, or allegedly engaging in these acts? So will it be a federal issue, or will it be an issue? I think some of the acts happened in LA. So will California take it, or will Georgia take it? Who's to say? Will Florida take it? We'll see. Who knows? Who knows how everything will shake out? But what I can tell you is that Tiny is toxic. She co-signs all of her husband's foolishness. She co-signs it, and she's right along there for the ride. And I think that if things do go down, I do think she may try to distance herself and try to pretend like she didn't know and she's abused too and all this and that. It's like, no, I don't think so. I think that she is an active participant with all of this, and I think that the attention and the fame and the validation is enough for her to engage with all this toxicity. Like, it's fulfilling to her. It's enough for her. So I would, even if he is going upside her head, even if he is abusing her or lying and all of this, I believe 100% that she is a full, sober-minded, consenting adult to all this foolishness, including his abuse of the girl children, getting their hymen checked and all this and this and that, reducing them down to nothing but their value as it relates to their privacy, their private parts. Like, oh, well, once you're defiled, you're worthless, pretty much. Just typical narcissistic so-called father BS. And Tiny was right there along with, keep in mind, Tiny's been allowing this all this time, and I guess the other mama too. So they're accomplices to his shenanigans. I just want to kind of go on the record. I want to go on the record calling her out, because I have a feeling that when everything comes out, more information comes out about T.I.'s exploits and his abuses, I think that she's going to try to pretend to be the victim. I really do. I think that she's going to pretend that she was this battered victim and she didn't know and she's just trying to be a dutiful wife. No, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. She's toxic, codependent. She is a willing participant in all of this. She's turned a blind eye. She has helped cover up stuff. She has engaged in these acts with him. She has allowed his, the way he interacts with the children. She's been right there along for it. She has toted those children around, in this house and out that house, and your daddy's here and now he's not. She's the one who's allowed for the instability. She's been participating with it. She's the one. And I'll tell you another thing, how I knew that he don't love her. He don't love her. He don't love nobody but himself. She's just a ride or die, literally riding and dying. Girl, you riding and you dying. Let me tell you, and I'll see if I can find the pictures, I will add them to this video. I remember years ago, this was a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I don't know. It was her birthday, and a lot of her celebrity friends were posting on their Instagram to wish her happy birthday, like, you know, Candy Burris and the other women from Escape, and what's the girl, Toya, and, you know, all her celebrity friends. And I think even Tamar posted something to wish her a happy birthday, which that's a whole nother, anyway, we can get on that another day. But when T.I. posted his happy birthday, he called her Mrs. H. He never said my wife. I love my wife. My wife did. He never ever referred to her as wife. He called her Mrs. H. And he just basically praised her for taking his bullshit. I appreciate, you know, we've been through so much. We started with nothing. Now look where we are. You've been there holding it down, and you know, and we've been through everything and back. And he just basically praising her for enduring his abuse. Never said I love you. Never said you're the love of my life. You're so beautiful, my beautiful wife. He never said that. And I knew, I don't know, I just had the sixth sense. I was like, this man does not love this woman. She's there. She is the forever supply. She's the forever toxic codependent supply. She's the hold it down supply that ain't going nowhere. Throughout all the relationships that he's had, throughout all the women that he, you know, either tricks off on or starts a relationship with, or whatever the case may be, she's there. She'll leave and kick up a stink and make a scene, but she'll come back. She won't go anywhere. And I believe that she's not the victim. I don't think so. Because she's had every opportunity. Everybody has tried to talk to her. Everybody has tried to help her. People have tried to help her. People have tried to talk to her. And instead of her taking the high road and saying, this has got to stop. You cannot be out here abusing these women. I won't participate with it. I put my foot down. I'm not engaging in this type of behavior. I'm going to separate myself. I'm going to do what's right for my children. I'm going to create a stable environment for them. I'm not going to have all this stuff around them. No. She said, oh, well, if it means I can keep my man and keep my attention, I'll just do whatever that I got to do. So it's a conscious decision that this lady has made. Okay? So you heard it here first. When everything comes out, don't let her try to convince you that she's some type of meek and demure victim. Because that's what she not. Thanks for listening. Drop down and let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.
Thank you so much for sharing your time and attention with the AfroCentric woman. Special gratitude to our subscribers. If you'd like to stay connected with this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you like this content, please hit the like button. If you have any comments or thoughts about the content shared, please drop down into the comment section and let us know. Remember, you are worthy, you are enough, you are unique, and you are lovable. And I appreciate you.